Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set, 180. No. I hope you work your left because I'm about to take you to school. Shit. Real. Shit.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. General West.
All day, baby, all day.
Let's go.
Back to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
They're running now.
2nd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. Wright's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
70, Indy.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because, really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over at the 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we
threw an opening, past the 20. 10, touchdown, Carolina. Ronald Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Third and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. I mean,
it's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 47 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down, and that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. He completes it to Jones. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Man, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block even at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the 2nd level and create some space.
25 yards that time. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and then...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield down. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10. Jones has it. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
$12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bilal Nichols. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working so Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready.
Mike's by four. On the ball.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Thomas. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal.
10-2 stop.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Let's go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be second and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bilal Nichols able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Back to throw here. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Right there, 56. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
go now. 50, plant.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, switch gears.
Leo.
Tighten up.
Ready?
Now a first down carry by Jones. Nifty move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Time to go. Night.
2nd and 4. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
A 62-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
It's a party now.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
He'll drop to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Eddie Jackson picks it. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go to Elliott again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Calling a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play.
Right here, right here.
Now Mayfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by one more.
Makes the score Panthers 40, Bears nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. Spins past him. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
One last shot from Mayfield here. That one complete to Elliott. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Carolina, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.